Hello. Yeah, as you see, we are recording our training, so I hope that it's okay for you. I see a lot of new faces, familiar faces, so it's like a mix of the people that we are working for. So yes, some of you have already been part of the AflaTon trainings, AflaYouth. So yeah, thank you for being with us. Today with you will be a huge team of the trainers and the supporters from the AflaTon Secretariat. So my colleague Marta is with me, Nulifar. I introduced her. She will be also with us and helping us with the translation mainly. And especially very grateful to have here Juliet, who will be all the time from the Secretariat of the AflaTon, and Saida. You all probably know Juliet and Saida from the AflaTon Secretariat. So welcome, good morning. I don't know what time is it in your respective country, but yeah, we will have the chance to meet each other and to discuss more about ourselves. Usually, after we receive several feedbacks from you in general, from the participants in our trainings, we thought that it's always better to write everything that we are saying. So not every word, but in general, me and Marta usually share like a short presentation in order to see the words. Some of you may working something and not hearing us well, and some of you I know that are traveling in the moment. So usually we share our screen with like a presentations. So now I will use this opportunity to share my screen. And as you see, this is the AflaYouth training workshop, and we will be together for next 5 days, including this day. You have all received this link, the pre-training survey, and hopefully you all filled it, and thank you for that as well. But for others who didn't finish, you can finish it a little bit later. What do you see in this picture? Any feedback?
The same person over and over again.
It's the same person. Do you know the name of those persons here?
No.
No. So neither I, but this is like a symbolic for us. So we are not knowing each other in this group, not all of us. So let's have a like a very fast presentation of ourselves and just to tell our name and where we are come from, like in 30 seconds. So we will go like a group introduction one by one in the group, and then we will continue. So only the name and where are you from, and then we will continue to introduce ourselves during the sessions all the time because we will have a lot of interaction together. So, for example, if I start my presentation, I will present myself and then I will point someone from the group to continue. Duane Mary, North Macedonia, trainer. And I will pass the floor to Melissa.
Hello everyone, Melissa Mumcu from Turkey. I think, is it enough or?
If you have to 30 seconds, so you decide.
Okay, and I'm working at the Financial Literacy and Inclusion Association located in Istanbul, Turkey.
Thank you. Name someone to continue.
I'm giving to Selin, my colleague.
Hello, I am Selin. I'm from Turkey. I'm a participant this education training. I'm giving Lela. Lela. Lela.
Доброе утро всем. В первую очередь спасибо за приглашение. Очень рада видеть всех. Меня зовут Лела. Я из Абхазии. Организация называется наша Ассоциация развития сельских районов. Я работаю в социальном проекте, проводим тренинги с молодежью и разные активности. Не буду подробно пока вам об этом рассказывать. Спасибо огромное, Медея.
Okay, let me quickly translate it for the rest of the participants. Leila is from Abkhazia, and she's very grateful to be included in the training. And their organization is called RDA, and they are doing lots of activities with the youth. And she will be talking more about their activities during the rest of the training. And now is floor given to her colleague, Medea.
Я коротко и на английском можно, чтобы не переходить. I'm also from Foundation Rural Development Association from Abkhazia, Medea, and I'm also trainer. Thank you. Thank you for invitation. Good luck.
Thank
for
you,
everyone.
Medea. Name someone, Medea.
Okay. Sorry. Julie?
Yes, that's good. Jolijn. You can also call me Jolene. I'm from the Netherlands. I work for Startup for Kids, and sometimes I also do some consultancy work for AflaYouth. Yeah, and I'll give the floor to my colleague Laura. I don't know if she's here. So.
Morning, I'm Laura. I'm also from Holland and working for the Startup for Kids Foundation for a couple of years. And I'm familiar especially with the AflaToon and AflaTeen material, but I also work with youth, so I'm curious to learn more about this program. Let's see. Katia?
You mean me? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Hello. Hello, everyone. My name is Khatia. I'm from Georgia, Tbilisi. This is my first training, and I'm glad to join this program. And let's Svetlana.
Hello, everybody. I am Svetlana Sulimova. I am from Ukraine. And I have worked with AflaToon 11 years. My NGO school in equal opportunities.
Who would like to continue, Svetlana? Name someone.
For Jamila.
Да, всем доброе утро, да, у нас добрый день. Меня зовут Джамиля, я работаю главным специалистом отдела финансовой грамотности Национального банка. Мы работаем с AflaToon с 2020 года, но активно начали работу вот с этого года, вот буквально лето. Мы очень активно провели национальный воркшоп. Вот, и рада всех приветствовать. Светлана, спасибо.
Okay, this is Jamila. Jamila comes from National Bank of Kyrgyzstan. They've been partnering with AflaToon from 2020, but this past year has been really intensive with cooperation, and they have just completed a national integration workshop with AflaToon. So it's becoming really more intense to work with AflaToon. So she's really happy to welcome everybody, especially Svetlana, who has been the national integration trainer. So, Jamila, кого вы номинируете, чтобы те продолжили бы представление?
Ух ты, такая вот. Я, оказывается, подключилась поздно, и я не знаю, кто представлялся. Может быть, Медея, вот я вижу.
Медея уже представляла.
Рахат?
Рахат? Рахата не было. Окей. Рахат, пожалуйста.
Добрый день всем. Рада вас всех приветствовать. Меня зовут Рахат Шакирова. Я являюсь руководителем общественного фонда «Благодать». Это город Ош, Кыргызстан. Миссия нашей организации – защита прав и продвижение детей и молодежи. Это первый тренинг. Спасибо.
Rahat is from Kyrgyzstan, also from the local NGO, and it's located in the city of Osh. Their NGO deals with the children and youth. So it's their first training. So she's really happy to be participating here. Maybe I can help her with the nomination. Ebru, we haven't heard from you. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi everyone, I'm Ebru from Turkey. I am working at Habitat Association in here, and I'm quite a new colleague working as a project manager in digital transformation program, and lovely to be here. Maybe I can just give this opportunity to my colleague, Hayat. Yes.
Is my voice clear for you guys?
We're at the same room, sorry.
That's fine.
Hello everyone, my name is Hayat. I'm working at Habitat Association's entrepreneurship program as a project manager. It's my first experience with AflaYouth, and I'm so excited to take part of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hayat. Nominate someone else.
Oh, some of the names are in Russian, and I think that they already speak. I don't know, maybe.
We have Neda. Neda is left.
Okay. Then it's okay. I can give her the back.
Yes, hello. I'm Nada from Lithuania College of Democracy, and I'm project manager there. I'm replacing my colleague Agla Tilashena right now, and it's my first training here. Glad to be here.
Thank you, Neda. Nominate someone who will continue to introduce herself.
Oh, well, okay. Let's see. Marta.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Marta. I'm working in Science for Environment Foundation in Poland. Today I will conduct this training with Luan. So nice to meet you all, and I wish you all have a very nice and intensive work during this 5-day training. And I can nominate Laura.
I think she was already.
Okay.
Shadi,
Nilufar.
yeah, go.
Maybe Nulifar.
Oh, the new Nilufar's version is, she's in the translation section. I'll have to quit her from the translation. Give me a second. Okay. Nilufar, you can speak now.
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Nilufar, and I am an intern in network management in AflaToon. So today I will be helping you guys with the translation from English to Russian and for Russian speakers from Russian to English. And I hope to have a fruitful training with you guys for the next 5 days. Thank you. And I pass the mic on to, I think there's only one person who's left. I think it was Shadi.
John Boss.
Hi everyone, my name is Shadi. I live in Iran, Tehran, and I'm translator. I translate AflaToon book to Persian, and my team teach them to children. And it's my first experience. I joined you.
Thank you. Can you nominate someone? I think Saida, Albina, and Juliet. We left them so far.
Let's give the floor to Albina, and then we'll present ourselves.
Yeah. She
Albina
recently joined. Yeah, we are introducing ourselves, Albina.
Morning, everybody. My name is Albina. I work in Kyrgyz Education Academy in Kyrgyz Republic, main specialist, and it's my first experience. I'm glad to see you. Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe Juliet, you can continue, and then Saida.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. It's wonderful to see familiar faces and the new faces. I'm Juliet Giorgadze, and I am the regional coordinator for Europe Central Asia. I work in AflaToon, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all here. I really hope that within the next 5 days, we're all going to learn a little bit more about the AflaYouth, a lot about the training methodology that we actually do for AflaYouth. And thirdly, we will start implementing this exciting program in our countries more intensively, because it is really one of the best programs probably that AflaToon has. And it will be great to see many, many young adults being part of this program across Europe, Central Asia. Thank you for your participation. And if there is anything you need, I'll be available for your convenience here. And I give floor to my colleague, Saida.
Thank you, Juliet. I think you covered most of it. I'll just briefly introduce myself. Most of you already know. Saida, I'm the program manager for Europe and Central Asia. I've been working in AflaToon for approximately 2 years now. So again, I'm not going to repeat the words of Juliet. I do hope you enjoy this training. That is going to be provided for 5 days. For some of you, it's new. For most of you, you've gone through such trainings before. And again, if you have any questions, concerns, doubts, you can ask while you're having the training. If it's directed to us, those who are working in the Secretariat, Juliet and I, you can also direct it to via email. If not, the trainers, they're always there to help you guys with any of the questions and the help you need. If not, I will be joining here and there the training throughout the week. And if you have any specific question for me, you can always ask after the training as well. Enjoy and good luck.
Thank you, Saida. Thank you all of you for sharing the information about you. And this is only the beginning. So we will have the chance all those days, upcoming days, to introduce ourselves and to get know each other better. The thing that for what is very specific for those training, that even it is via Zoom and we having an online training, and it was always a challenge to have online training in terms of, when you have in-person training, it's much easier to introduce to the people and to have the conversation. But nevertheless, we are using a lot of technology in order to get the contact from the training. And me and Marta today and upcoming days are not only speaking, so this is very interactive. Nevertheless, it is online. The training will be very interactive, and we will work together in the smaller groups, and we will have a lot of discussion together. But as usually at the first day of the training, we are introducing the training, we are introducing the content, and we are introducing ourselves. I know that most of us maybe know each other from the previous. You have been part of the different AflaToon events, trainings, and etc. But the idea here is that nevertheless, we are all equal today, and we are all starting from the same line. So sometimes maybe I am very familiar, or you will find yourself that you are very familiar with some of the context that we are sharing with you, or sometimes you will have very familiar active learning methods that we are also using. But just keep in mind that some people who are newcomers in the AflaToon are for the first time here, so we need to go through those active learning methods. And for sure, I know that some of you, we have also the global trainer Svetlana, and we have Melissa, who has been several times maybe in our training. So maybe you will need just to be more patient in order to have all the people from the group in the same life. And I thank you for understanding for this. So what is the idea for the first day? We are going to introduce the content that will be covered all today and the upcoming days. And at this stage, I will also introduce the platform, the AflaToon partner platform. That is something that we are widely using as an AflaToon, because we need that platform to share information with you. And that is the place where all we together can be there and share information. I know for sure that Juliet has set the link for the how to get the platform. I'm not sure, in fact, if you all managed to be part of the platform, but nevertheless, I will share my screen just to see how and what is the AflaTon partner platform. So I believe that now.
Luan, can I intervene quickly? Because
Yes,
this
please.
is what we've been discussing in chat with some of the participants. So most of you, all of you practically should have received an invitation to join partner platform. If you haven't received this invite, please send me in the chat your email. I'll verify it again. And then you can join this particular training as well. Thank you. Sorry, Luan.
Yeah, especially when we are communicating for the first time, usually our mails go to your spam, so sometimes it's good to check your spam as well. But yes, if you have any problem, just address to us, to Juliet, and mail us at any time, so we will try to manage that. I know that especially for the first day will be like maybe difficult to go through, but again, we are together as a team, and we will try to help you at any time. So if you see this the screen that I shared, this is the platform. This is the platform that is designed by the AflaTon expert in order to have all the materials and all the lessons here, and everything you need, in fact, for this training. So as soon as you will be part of the platform, you will be there like forever, and at any time you can go and to see what are the elements, what are the lessons there, what are the materials, resources that you need. So you will have all the resources there. If you see my screen, for example, this first part in the platform is about the pre-assignment. So we were asking from you in order to have the basic information for the AflaTon in general to complete this part. And again, if you didn't manage, please go through the pre-assignment part and just click to the certain part, and then mark as complete as soon as you complete the assignment there. So for every day, we will open the floor for you. So this is the day one. At the moment, it's closed, but we will open it there. So everything we are working today will be shared with you in the platform as well. At any time, you can go to the platform and you can see for every activity. And this is something directly regarding to this specific training, AflaYouth training, that you are invited to be part of it. But in this platform, you will see that we have different parts here as well. So you can there is a part with the feed where we can share information with you. This is like a chat somehow, like in activity feed in the Facebook or in Instagram. So I can share something with you, and you will all receive in the platform.
Luan, can you refresh the partner platform, because the day first is open? So
yeah, no, it's gonna be back, and now will be open. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, it's open. Yeah.
So we will use the feed even for the next activity very often. So whenever you want to share something for all of us, you can use the feed. And then again, if you come back, you will see the materials and everything that we have in the table of the content. If you go in this part right, you can see who are the members in this group. And yeah, if you scroll down, you will see who is and what they are doing. So for example, I see for some of you that have completed like 9%, for example, Melissa, from the pre-assignment. So we are following your progress. So please feel free to complete it during the day, the pre-assignment. It is important because you will have like some information that are very important in order to continue with the training. So the left part of the platform, in the platform, are the general information that you can find out for the for the AflaTon. You can see the events that are in the different region in the world that we are working, and you can see the activities and the trainings there. But nevertheless, at this stage, this is important. So when you will go to the platform, you need to open this part here. And now today we are working in the day 1. And here I will share some of the information and everything that we have together with Marta. So is it clear so far? Do you have any question regarding this? Maybe it looks like confusing at the beginning, but don't worry, because all the days we are going to work in the platform and you will get used to it. But the important thing is, if you understand me what I'm speaking in general, do you understand me? I'm clear?
Yes.
If
Thank
not,
you.
if you don't understand me, don't worry. My wife is 17 years with me and she still doesn't understand me. So, okay, I will now share the screen with you, and we will continue with the training. So mainly this is some presentations in terms of sharing the screen. So what are the key questions that we are going to try to raise within our training in the upcoming days? What do you think? Are today's young people dreaming of the job that will be still there after 10 years? This is one of the questions. We will also see the alignment between career goals and abilities and access, different. We will see how are young people interested in finding good jobs in the future. And the most important thing from my perspective here within this training, we will see how do they know how to make a choice and what it takes to succeed. And all of those questions we are going to try to answer during those days, 5 days. And for each day I have prepared what in general we will work. But yeah, so the first day is about knowing each other, general overview of the AflaTon program and the session structure. And we will see the key concept of the and learn about the different approaches. So with Marta, you will continue later to work out for the different, you will see the different approaches, formative assessment, and you will see how those are employed in our curriculum. The day 2 is about the books that we are sharing with you. So we are having several books within the curriculum. I will explain it later, but for probably every day we are going to work in one book. So the book 1 is about the social and financial skills. You will have the opportunity to work and to demonstrate the parts in the curriculum. And again, we will try to do this in the small group, because when we are practicing our work and our activities, especially using our active learning methods, we will be more empowered to deliver the training in the future. We will learn more about the employability and entrepreneurship tracks and how the learners can choose the appropriate track for themselves. This is maybe the key in this day. And then we will go again to see a different active learning method that we are using in our platform. The third day, we will be focused on the book 2, and the book 2 is specially designed for employability skills, and we will see everything regarding to the employability skills, how we can develop those skills. The next day, we will be focused in entrepreneurship curriculum. This is the book number 3. Again, we will have a different exercises and different activities to demonstrate, and we will see how it's working. The last day of our training will be focused on a resource toolkit. This resource toolkit is like a support for everything that you are having as an activity, and that you have additional lessons there. And also we will try as a group to create an action plan for what we need to do, how we will deliver our training. So don't worry if you don't remember all of the things that I shared with you today, because for every day we are just gonna repeat and we are gonna go in the details. But before we continue, it is like every one of you is coming from the different part of the world with the different backgrounds. Some of you are for the first time in the training, some of you are for the second or third time in this training, and you have more or less experience. So we would like to know from you, to get from you hopes and fears for this training. What are your hopes and what are the fears that you are? And for this, you will start using the activity feed. If you remember, if we go to the AflaTon platform, so this part here is feed here. So maybe we can try to share our hopes. What are you hoping for this training? Just unmute yourself and you can say, you can write in the activity feed, but the idea is just to get more familiar with the activity feed. So what is your hopes for this training? Why are you with us? What are you hoping for? Anyone? Are you in the platform? Can you share something?
I can see lots of participants are actually online on the platform.
Okay. Maybe we'll need more time to get used to use the feed. You can also maybe use the chat in the Zoom if you feel more confident. But usually we want to use the platform because it is very well designed, and as soon as you get used to work with it, you will find it very, very useful. We have some. My hope is to learn more skills about AflaTon and your program. Thank you. Thank you, Shadi, for sharing this. Let's go in the like here together. We can maybe share something. So I'm opening the floor for the discussion. What do you think? What do you want? What is your hope? Just unmute yourself and share with us. Any hope?
I can share something. For me, I'm quite familiar with AflaToon, and I've also seen AflaYouth in practice, but I don't feel like confident with it. So for me, I would like to deepen the knowledge and really like feel confident with how to use it, and yeah, just get in depth.
Thank you very much for sharing that. If you cannot remember the hopes, maybe you can focus on any fear if you have. Fears? Are you something like concerned for the training? We have something in chat, maybe it is in Russian. Rahat is telling us. Probably she's having a problem to access to the platform.
Yes, it's Rahat's email to, she sent it on the general. I'm working with a couple of participants to assist, so no worries there. Rahat, я сейчас вам помогу.
So for sure, probably all of us have any concerns and any fears for the training, but maybe we are not very aware of that and sharing with us and not feeling very, I don't know, confident to share. But in general, feel free to share everything with us, and we will try not your fears, but your hopes to fulfill. Me and Marco will work hardly on that. So, and in order to have a very successful training, we need to just do some guidelines to agree about that, how we are going to work in the group, because we are several people here, almost 22 participants. So we need to agree about some key guidelines. So what do you think? What should be like a guideline for this training when we are online for sure? Do you have any thoughts for that? Should we start on time? Do you think that is important or not? Yeah. Thumbs up for you who you are agreeing that we need to start on time. We are usually preferring to be like several minutes earlier, and because sometimes we have a problem with the internet, sometimes we have a problem with the connection from the different reason, mail or something else. So it's always good to be together like several minutes before. And usually it's like a very, very hard when you are a trainer and you are speaking to the people and not seeing the picture of the faces of the people. So sometimes I'm having like 30 participants and I am having only the names and not getting feedback. So usually we ask our participants in our training, if possible, to turn on your camera. So in order to see your face and interaction. But we also are completely aware that some of you, because of the situation of the work, of other attacks, cannot do that. So we have understanding for that. The other thing that we are also asking from the participant is to mute our microphone, and this group is already respecting this without not us telling you. So thank you for muting your microphone, and unmute yourself only when you are having something to say and to share with us. The other thing that we want to share with you, that is, this is like a safe place. So everything that we are saying here is like for us here, and not to go wider and to rely. For example, Marta said that and Juan said that to other people. So we are trying to do that here and to make all the people free and happy to say something that they have in their mind. So not to censor themselves. And this is like very important with us. And the other thing that we are calling is, we are calling this like sharing is caring. What do you think? What is the meaning of this? Sharing is caring. So I'm sharing these key guidelines. Sharing is caring means that it is important within the group to share our thoughts, to share our information, to be part of the group. So not just to sit aside and not to participate in the activities. So we are as a team now, and very often we will have work in the group. So it's very important for us, for all of you, to participate and to share your thoughts, because that's how we are learning from you, and the opposite, you are learning from us. Do we agree for this key guidelines? Do you think that is doable? Can we respect those? At least we can try. Yes? Okay. The first thing that I will also want to share now with you, and this is directly regarded to the AflaYouth curriculum and the training, AflaYouth training that we are here, is let's see what we are know for the AflaYouth. And to do this, usually we are using a lot of different active learning methods. And during our training, you will see that we are using a lot like brainstorming, image theater, problem 3, memory cards, group work, and so on. So we are using a different active learning methods for different activities. Most of those active learning methods for most of you maybe are not very familiar, in fact. But during the session, we will try to explain them. And for some of you, they are very, very familiar, and you are using probably them in your daily work. So the first method that I would like to share is like it's called is TWL chart, and this is something very essential, like an active learning method, and we are using this very often, and it's very simple. So this word like a KWL chart means for those sentences here. So what do we know for something? What do you want to know for something, and what do you have learned for something? So using this chart, for example, concretely for the AflaYouth program, I would like to ask you now and to fill this part, but we are not going to go in the group, but just in the session, in the plenum here together. We are going to share what do you know for the AflaYouth. So first, we are starting with the first column, and we are only focused in the first column. And you will ask participants when you will deliver the training, what do they know about some subjects, for example. It can be about, I don't know, a city, or if you want, you can adjust this method to anything practically. But in this moment, let's share together what do you know for about AflaYouth. Yes, please. We have rising hand. Yeah, Gulshan.
Yeah, good morning. I'm sorry I can't on my video because of work.
Мы знаем, что это специальное адаптированное к нашему времени
Medea,
финансовое образование
Medea,
для детей и подростков.
Medea, are you was talking because we didn't hear you, and I was giving the floor to Gulshan first, and then we can come back to you. Gulshan, can you continue? Sorry for this interruption.
Thank you. Yeah, I am from Azerbaijan, and I know AflaYouth program is working with youth who is 14 between 8 and years old, and AflaYouth program learned them to make some agree with her life.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else want to share? What do you know about AflaYouth?
I think it has a different extensive activities for children that ready them to work in the society and help them to get more known and familiar with community and the environment outside of the school. And they grown up and improve and empower in financial and social skills, and the AflaYouth learn all of them to children at the age of 14 until 20, I think.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. So the key thing when you are doing this, when you are using this method, is to write things. So it is very important. If you have the chart, for example, if you are in the classroom, just need to write all those three elements. And first you will start, for example, concretely with this part. What do I know about the AflaYouth? And you will write everything that children or the participants in the training will share with you. So I need to write everything that you now shared with me. Jamila, you want to say something to share with us? Or maybe not. Okay. So the next column is about what do I want to know about the AflaYouth. So we have some information about the AflaYouth, but now the question is, what do you want to know about the AflaYouth? And again, you need to write everything in the chart. So what do you want to know about AflaYouth? want to know how to use AflaYouth program. You want to know the different active learning methods used. What is the anyone? Gulshan again, or it's from the before?
Okay, can I?
Yes, please.
I want to learn how we work this program, and I want to learn how can I do this in Azerbaijan with our youth.
Okay, great. Thank you for sharing. So again, it is important to write everything, and nevertheless, maybe this method is looking like very simple. It is probably very simple because you ask the children or the participant in your training, what do you know about the AflaYouth? What do they want to know about the AflaYouth? And this is the last part, the third line in the row in the chart is about what did I learn about the AflaYouth. And this, what do I learn about AflaYouth, is something that is not filled now in the beginning of the training, but this will be filled at the end of the training. So at the day 5, when we finish everything, I will come back to you and I will ask you, what do you learn about the AflaYouth? And this method can be used for practically anything. So if you want to go, I don't know, in one country, you will ask your participants or the children or the pupils, what do they know about that country? And then what they want to know about that country. And then when you finish your classes, you will ask them what they have learned about the country, or in this case for AflaYouth. Some information just to share with you that AflaYouth is a sustainable livelihood training program developed from the need of meaningful school to work transition. Very often we are struggling with the children from the certain age group when they are finishing the school and they need to go to the work, and then they don't have the skills. So AflaYouth is giving this opportunity and empower children to do this smooth transition from school to work. And this goes beyond the basis of job searching and workplace skills. So it's not only how to search for a job, but also it includes understanding of your rights, how to identify personal strengths, and how to correspond with the work possibilities. This program also helps a lot to the adolescents, in fact, to make the decision between employment and entrepreneurship. Very often, children or participants in your training are not very sure what do they want in their life. So if they want to be employed somewhere or to choose the entrepreneurship track. And with the activities, you will help them. You are not telling them what to do, but you are just helping them how and why they should choose something. And again, there is a reference guide that is supporting all your activities as a trainers. Is it clear till now? So the idea in general of the... Yes,
Милан,
please.
у меня сразу вопрос, можно?
Вот
скажите, пожалуйста, это здорово, что такой безболезненный переход со школы к рынку труда производится, да? Но в связи с этим вопрос у меня. Проводятся ли на этом отрезке своего рода профориентация, тест по профориентации, чтобы знать, к чему есть у него склонности у учащегося?
Я сейчас вас переведу, Рахат. So the question is, it's very good to see that from school to the job market, there is an easy transition. But Rahat wonders, is there a test to see what does the student have the inclination to as the profession, so that he or she can choose once he or she graduates from the school to move to the job market?
Yes, thank you. Rahat, for this question. It is very important and maybe the key question for this curriculum as well. So I will go to the to this picture here. So if you see this picture, how the curriculum is divided. First, there is a book and a part for social and financial skills. And this is the book that all the participants or all the children will go through. And they will have the basic knowledge first for the social skills. As you see, we are starting with the social skills. So personal understanding, human rights, child rights, and etc. So that is the first part. And then there are financial skills, and there are lessons there for the budgeting, planning, enterprising, and everything there. And only after all the children go to in this part, so if they pass this part, the book number 1, then there is a book who will help them to choose the track. How to choose the track? For the book number 2, it's about the employability skills, or the book number 3, entrepreneurship skill. So if the children or if the student come to your classes and follow the social and financial skills part, then there will be a lesson how to choose the track. And it's not a testing, but based on their personal and individual strengths, perspectives, and anything that can help to decide which track to follow. Then you as a teacher or maybe the best word will be like a facilitator, you will help them to choose the track, and then they will continue either the employability track or the entrepreneurship track. But not this is only the general information. We will gonna go in deep for each one of this, but definitely there is no testing. We are not testing students and telling them where to go. This is a free will, so they will decide. But for anything that they decide, you will be sure that they have made the right decision because they have gone through the process. So it's not like a decision, I want to go to the entrepreneurship, I want to follow the entrepreneurship track. So they will have, it's a process, it's a long-lasting process. It's like several activities you need to conduct, and you will see all the materials you have available, and then you will decide which track you will follow, but not testing from this perspective. Okay, in order to see what is the material, so what is the curriculum, in fact, we will divide you now in the 4 groups, and each group will have the task to go in the platform. So maybe Marta, can you just create 4 groups? And
yes, of course. Yes, of course. Yes.
For this, yeah, thank you. For this time, we will ask you maybe just to tell us who want to be in the Russian-speaking group in order to have Nulifar with you together and to help with the translation. So just raise your hand, just for Marta to see who wants to be in the Russian-speaking group. We have Medea, we have Svetlana so far. Лейла, yeah?
Рахат,
Okay.
вы тоже хотите в русскоязычную группу?
Да, в русскоязычную, спасибо.
Okay, Marta, can you include Rahat as well? And Jamilia, вам куда легче, в русскоязычную или в английскую?
Okay, so how many minutes we need to have for this exercise?
Maybe 10 minutes only, just to have an overview about the lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And I will share what is the task. So if you go to the platform, I will share the screen again. If you go to the platform in the part table of content, you will go to the day number 1. So we are here now. And you will go to this part because we passed this part, guidelines, hopes, and fears. So you will go to the part introduction of the program and the curriculum. And when you click here, you will see that there is a part here, and you have some cards, expert card number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they are also translated in Russian. So if you scroll down, you have the instructions here in Russian and the card in the Russian. What is the idea? The group number 1 will open the card number 1, the group number 2, card number 2, and so on. Let's decide which group will be the Russian-speaking group, maybe group number 1 or group number 4. Four. Okay, so a Russian-speaking group will open this card here, expert card number 4, and you will just explore what's in the card. And the idea is to read the card, and later to come back to the session and just to do a short presentation about the key findings of your card. So within the group, just discuss and first read the card, and then one of you will share the card and what's in the card within in the platform. If you don't have the access in the platform, it's not necessary at this point all of you to have the access. Maybe only one from the group can open the card and others can read from that person. So you can share the screen if you have access to the platform, and then others will read there. You will have like 10 minutes to read, just to go, not in detail, but just to go and to overview your card. So group number 1, card number 2, second group, the card number 3, third group, card number 4, the 3, and the Russian-speaking group has the card number 4. Me and Marta will be together with you, and if you have any questions, we will be there to answer.
Marta, just to make sure, sorry, did you see Albina has written in chat she wants to be in the Russian speakers group?
Okay, we can reorder again.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we can go to our rooms.
So yeah, let's go to the rooms, and we will be there. Just read your card.
Okay.
And choose. Sorry. Yeah, continue.
And each group will be assigned to every group. So you will have the title of your group, group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, 4. You will see where are you, in which group.
Okay. So see you in groups. Marta, I will go to the group number 1 and then group number 2. So you can go to the group number 3, and we have Nulipar at the last one.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so Medea has joined as well. It's all cool.
Okay, great.
Everybody's assigned. All right.
Great. Yes, great. I will go to the group number 3.
Go ahead. Hey, how are you?
I'm going to group number 2 just to make sure that they are having the instruction. I'm coming back then.
Okay, cool.
Do you know where is Luan?
He's going to number 2. He was just here and he went to number 2.
Okay, Because I'm not sure, he was talking that group number 3 should read the card number 3, yes?
I think so. That's what he said. Yeah.
Yes, he said that, but okay.
Juliet, from your perspective, is the connection okay?
Yes.
Can I? Yeah.
Yes,
I didn't
absolutely.
have any, because sometimes I'm receiving this. Your connection is not stable.
No,
or
no, no.
something.
It's all good. We didn't
Okay.
have any disruptions. It's all good.
Okay.
It's all good.
Do I talk too fast sometimes?
Okay. Okay.
Welcome back. Okay, welcome back. Sorry for giving you very few minutes to complete this task. Usually this is when we are doing in-person training, especially face-to-face training. This is like a long-lasting activity. This method is called expert group, or it's called a jigsaw activity. So the idea is here, when you are discussing within the group and reading the materials, to have like at least 2 or 3 steps in order to share all the information from the different perspective for the specific session or for this topic. So within the group, you were working in the different cards, and within your group, you are now the experts for that card. So you will need now to share with us, the others who are not knowing what was in your card, to share what are the key elements, key findings that you find there. So try each group in like 1 or 2 minutes or 3 minutes to share with us the key findings from your card. And then after that, we will go for the break. So we have a 4 presentation. We will need to have 4 presentation. We will have a short break and then we will continue. Can we start with the book number 1, or in fact, card number 1, who has the book number 1 in it? Do we have a volunteer from the group number 1 who would like to present?
Yes, sure. I was the one sharing my screen for all of us and try to highlight some key points, but it was a very quick exercise actually, and 4 pages long book, and we kind of highlight some points that I want to share, but maybe my friends want to add more if I miss something. Social and financial skills book is, at least it says on the card, expert card, is a curriculum designed to help capture the interest and intrinsic motivation of participants. And by covering topics such as rights, gender messages, problem solving, and communication skills alongside several financial literacy sessions. It was a combined maybe program. And it also talks about the rationale about this curriculum. Participants will get to know their own identity, set individual goals independently, and employ skills that will not only benefit their futures, but also their communities. And for social part of this domain include personal, interpersonal, and intercultural skills, like the transferable skills actually, like self-awareness, showing tolerance, feeling empathy, a very diverse, maybe subpoints, and how does the curriculum work? All participants should create and keep a portfolio throughout the course of the program, it says. So as a facilitator, our role will be help them to identify and clarify their interest, monitoring and giving regular feedback to participants maybe, but also the participants will really engage in activities and reflection outside of the training room, and eventually maybe choosing to follow either the employability or entrepreneurship curriculum and undertaking a presentation on their decision, it says. So this portfolio takeaway is a very maybe participatory way of doing this curriculum. And as a very final note, I can maybe add, this book is divided into 2 parts, social skills and financial skills. Social skills consist of 8 sessions, welcome part, identifying personal strengths, etc., and being a change maker, like gender messages around me, knowing my rights, this kind of social part. And also for the financial part, financial skills, it is like assessing my finances, smart saving, smart spending, and also digital finance, cybersecurity, and again, rights and responsibilities about investing in our future. I'm not sure if it is.
You have done an excellent job, Ebru.
Anybody wanna add something more? But this is the quick.
Excellent job.
Maybe.
Excellent job in only 10 minutes that you have. So thank you very much, Ebru. Yeah, this is the first book, so the social and financial skills book, and we will continue tomorrow with the first book, and we will go in the details. Let's go with the next group because of the time. With the next group, and thank you very much again. With the second group and the card number 2. Do we have a volunteer who wants to share the key findings?
Yeah, I can do it. I wrote everything down, and my camera is not working anymore, so sorry about that. Yeah, so what we wrote down, the key objectives for book 2 were to develop social and financial skills, know and understand their rights so they can make informed decisions. They learn effective communication. Another objective is to get knowledge and confidence when searching for work opportunities. We induce critical thinking in them, planning, developing confidence for finding job opportunities, also preparing them for success and failure. And lastly, job searching techniques. So how do you prepare for a CV and other details like that? That was it quickly.
Very quickly, but very precisely and very proper way to share with the group. Thank you very much. Let's go with the group number 3 and the book number 3, in fact, yeah. Who want to share?
I can volunteer for this.
Okay, Hayat, please.
Okay, so we had the entrepreneurship skills, the curriculum regarding entrepreneurship skills. So firstly, this document is trying to explain to us what entrepreneurship is about and how should we deliver this curriculum to young people, especially the people who doesn't know the difference between being a usual employee and someone who has his own or her business. So it's also divided in a ways to show us like how the curriculum is working and what is the facilitator's role, what is the participant's role. But in general, it tries to explain the entrepreneurship perspective, and it has like so many steps for us to take within our training program. Let me see. Other than that, I think because I work in the entrepreneurship program here in Habitat, I'm so familiar with the concepts for brainstorming, business models, risk assessment, etc. But it has the key points that we should deliver to the young people that will be that will take this training program with us. So I think that's it from my side.
Okay. Thank you very much, Hayat. For day 4 on Thursday, we have a lot of expectation from you because you are very experienced in that. So maybe we can discuss and together you can share some good practice. So just think about that for the Thursday. So we will use your presence here. Thank you, Hayat. And
Thank
let's
you.
go with the group number 4, Russian speaking one, and they have the last card, the resource toolkit, I think. Yeah. Okay.
Да. Мгм. Это набор ресурсов AflaYouth, этот набор инструментов был разработан для фасилитаторов, для тренеров.
Albina, одну секундочку, извините. Nilufar, I have stopped the translation so that because you are participating, you can help them, dear.
Yeah, I saw it.
Альбина, вас переведет Нилуфар. Хорошо?
Спасибо большое. Да, могу начать?
Да-да-да.
Этот набор инструментов был специально разработан для фасилитаторов, для тренеров по всем направлениям учебной программы AflaYouth. То есть этот набор ресурсов состоит из 2 частей, получается, из дополнительных упражнений и рекомендаций. Дополнительные упражнения, они дают возможность получить практические навыки, практический опыт. И дальше еще потом и справочное руководство для тренеров. Это вторая часть программы. Вторая часть программы, получается, это для тренеров предназначена эта программа, часть программы. И здесь они и состоит из 5 коуч-сессий, которые описываются здесь временные рамки, как провести вообще урок для участников, и инструкции, и набор шаблонов, оценок и результатов. А дальше продолжат мои коллеги по поводу роли тренеров.
Кто продолжит?
Светлана или... Да-да.
Nilufar, do you want to go with the translation first? Because it's going to be a little bit complicated for the rest of the group.
Sure. So the 4th book is about the resource toolkit. So it's an additional part and it's designed for facilitators and trainers. And it consists of 2 parts with additional exercises and also recommendations. And the additional exercises, it consists of developing practical skills and also a guideline for trainers that contains 5 coach sessions that include the timeline of the trainings, the instructions on how to do them, several assessments and templates. Yeah.
Ну и также добавьте, что тут есть еще четкое описание роли тренеров, цели тренера и что он должен делать.
And it has an exact description of the role of the trainers, what they're supposed to do and how to deliver everything. I guess we can conclude it.
Yeah, thank you very much, Nilufar. Thank you for the group number 4 for everything shared. I believe that now you have getting the idea about the curriculum of the AflaYouth curriculum, so the different books and the different things that are in the book. So in upcoming days, we are going to explore in details about each book separately. But before we continue with the next part of the session and with my colleague and my friend Marta, we will announce the break now. We will have 10-minute breaks and we will come back. And thank you for your time so far. So see you in 10 minutes, Marta, yeah? Okay. See you soon.
The thumbs up if you are here, just to know that everyone came back. Can I see the thumbs up? Thank you. Okay. Are you with us? Okay. Okay. You are coming back. So we can start with the second part of our sessions of our training. So I wanted just to highlight that at the end of this activity, you will have a better understanding of the learner-centered learning and how to adjust it from traditional teaching methods. So this is our goal to next minutes or next hour. First of all, I want to ask you, what kind of associations do you have with the term learn-centered facilitation? What kind of association do you have? What comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? Who would like to add?
That the student is in the center, so it's not the teacher just doing like how to say it, like top-down approach, but the students is more like a bottom-up. They are part of the whole process.
Okay, thank you. Leila, you wanted to add something?
Да, в первую очередь приходит на ум слово методика, то есть подход к обучению.
So the first thing that comes to your mind is the word methodology, how we approach, what method you use in the learning process.
Okay, what more?
Это когда ученик частично сам принимает участие в интерактивном обучении, то есть вот через себя пропускает некоторые моменты, обучаясь, лучше понимать тему.
So I could hardly understand Medea. It was too complicated, but I think what you said is that when two people are studying together and they are interacting with each other, this is the key aspect of this.
Okay, thank you. Jamila?
Да, да, я согласна со всеми выступившими, и я считаю, что это означает, что главное действующее лицо – это подросток, ребенок, молодой человек, девушка. Вот, и все наши усилия, они должны быть нацелены на то, чтобы добиться тех целей, которые мы ставим, да. То есть, если цель поставлена, что нам нужно углубить знания и навыки, то мы должны вот стараться это осуществить.
So the key person, so to say, in this methodology is the young person, a young girl, young adult, male. So it is crucial that out of utmost importance, we pay specific attention to these adults, to these youngsters, and we concentrate on them.
Okay, great. Thank you. I can see that someone is raising hand.
Уже можно, да?
Okay. Yes, please.
Я думаю, это практикоориентированный подход, когда ученики, учащиеся могут применять знания, навыки на практике.
Okay, so this is the practice-driven approach when you actually give the possibility to the participants to use everything in practice.
Okay, I think all the answers are very connected with the learn-centered facilitation process. Thank you very much for all the thoughts that you've got when you hear this type of methodology. And now I will put on the chat the link to the Jamboard. If you know this type of Google tool, please give us a thumbs up just to know if it's for you something which you know. Do you know Jamboard? If not, I will explain everything in a few seconds. So on the chat, you will see the link to the very nice tool that it's good to use during online trainings. You can go to this to this link, and you will find over there the I will share the screen, the place, a very nice place with information that we've put there. So we have 4 sheets over there. On every sheet, you have one. I don't know, the one thought that we will be thinking of. So on the first sheet, you can see traditional teaching. What kind of pluses it has, this traditional teaching. On the next sheet, you will find traditional teaching minuses, weaknesses that you are coming to your mind. Then on the third one, you can see student-centered teaching, what kind of pluses it has. So this is the sheet. And third one, it will be student-centered teaching, minuses. And what I will ask you to do, you can see on the left, you can have a sticky note. On the sticky note, you can write everything that comes to your mind when you are thinking about traditional teaching, what kind of pluses or advantages or strength it has. And then go to the next sheet just to put another thoughts that you've got on the traditional teaching about minuses. So just please use this sticky note. For example, it looks like this, okay? So try to write thoughts that you've got in 5 minutes and go to the every sheet you can find here. Is it okay, or do you have any questions? No, you don't have? Okay. So I will leave you for the 5 minutes, and please write something about each category that you can find it. Just 1 minute. I would like you to spend on the Jamboard more. Okay, so now I want to look at the ideas that you've got during this exercise. So when you are thinking about traditional teaching, I think I can see that you imagine bigger groups and planned and familiar with every type of people, the way of teaching. This type of teaching provide a lot of information, and it has a framework, a schedule program, and this is a knowledge transfer idea. Very clear role of the teacher. He knows what to do. He is in the center of this the teaching, and it's very planned. Okay, so who would like to add what more is written on the sticky notes in Russian? For example, Juliet, can you help me to read the ideas that we've got?
With pleasure. Could you please increase the text a little bit, because I cannot really read it. Sorry.
Okay, I'm trying, but it's like it's making smaller.
Smaller,
even.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Nilufar says she has translated the Russian text.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
hold on.
you.
Okay. Nilufar, I cannot really read this, so if you have to go ahead, please. Sorry.
So basically on where the Russian thing goes, you can see that after the Russian ends, I added the English version.
Oh, thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
now I
Oh,
can
that's
see.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, teachers speak, students listen. Yes. When I'm thinking about my school, when I was at school, usually teacher was in the center and he was speaking a lot. And structured and constructive way of teaching, discipline. Okay, this is very important connection. Strict implementation of the training plan, very convenient for teacher. Okay. Structured materials. The teacher is the leading figure in the lesson. The subject matter is primarily known and discussed in the details. Okay, and it's informative. Great. What kind of disadvantages has this type of teaching? So it is less interactive for participants. sometimes is boring for them, does not enforce critical thinking and independence, students' creativity is not welcome on or fostered. Yes, I can imagine it's true. A lack of interactivity, uniformity, lack of engagement, and the student is not involved in the activity. This is the association that we've got when we are thinking about traditional teaching. Probably every one of us had this type of experience. And when we are thinking about the student-centered teaching, for us, the student is involved in the process. It gets feedback and support. So this is a very important element of all the AFLA youth program, the feedback, and we will discuss it later. Higher retention, each child's development, so open to improvement with feedback, value and outcome orientated, development and realization of the learner as an individual, development of potential. Motivation and creativity, collaborative learning, individualization, and students will feel more motivated, creativity, they have a hand in their own education. Very important aspects of this type of approach. But of course, it can has some minuses, some disadvantages, weaknesses. So require small self-discipline. Yes, we cannot, if we put the child or the youth in the center, this is their responsibility to be in a part of this process. An uncontrolled process may occur. Okay, this is a huge challenge for the facilitator to make it more controlled, of course. Failure to meet targets. Okay, maybe I'm not sure if I understood it correctly. Failure to meet targets, which means who would like to maybe tell more about this aspect?
Maybe what it means is that I didn't write it, but like maybe what it means is that once you have a lesson plan and the goal per specific training or subject or whatever, because of the chaos, once all the students are talking and you have this learner-centered methodology involved, etc., there will be less possibility to meet the targets because you devote so much time to every single student's involvement. Because I remember we've discussed this thoroughly with our global master trainer, Paul, at one of the trainings of Aflatun, and this is exactly what was the challenge mentioned there as well. Sorry.
Okay, great. Thank you. Slower progress being too detailed orientated. Okay. Challenging classroom management. For example, if it's active, sometimes it look like messy, but if it's well organized, the mess is important, but it should be controlled somehow. Teacher needs to have good management structure to make this success. So of course the teacher needs to be prepared for all these type of ideas. So he need to control somehow this process. Potential for inequity. Okay, so we need to think about every type of participant. Who are they? How they learn? How they think? So this is very important for the facilitator. Lack of time management may hinder the process of learning. Okay, so as you can see, we've got a lot of thoughts when we are thinking about this type of idea, and from our perspective, this association with the term learner-centered facilitation, as you said, they refer to pedagogical approach in which the learner is in the center of the teaching and the learning process, as you said before. So this type of idea is adapting the teaching process to individual needs and learning styles, as you said, and interest of students. And students are an active participants in this process and have the opportunity to influence how they gain the knowledge. That's why in the AflaYouth program, we Aflatun create two paths for youth. After one book, they need to decide themselves which path they would like to choose to be more connected with employability or entrepreneurship path. So they will decide it, not a facilitator. And this is the great interaction between students and the teacher or trainers, as well among students. We need to remember that they are collaborating with themselves, and the teacher acts as a facilitator, supporting and motivating students to gain the knowledge through the dialogue, discussions, and collaborative problem solving process. So the teacher need to create the conditions that foster independence, encourage students to seek information, reflect, and be creative, but somehow it should be someone who can manage the process. This process should build the motivation for learners by using engaging methods and tools. The teacher create the inspiring and supporting environment to stimulate curiosity, activity, and students' engagement in the learning process. So the student-centered learning is the heart, the huge heart of the AflaYouth curricula. So this module will be helpful to understand how to implement this student-centered methods while you are facilitating. So there was very important information that you've put on our Jamboard that is very important during this whole process, to give it the feedback for students, and I will have some time to discuss it with you. But before, what kind of tips you can have for effective facilitation? So first of all, it's good to remain neutral of issues. So this is a very important aspect at times, to keep your own ideas and views out of discussion during the whole process, and focus on the process happening in the group. As far as possible, it is important that the facilitator does not take sides, and it's very difficult when we are, for example, thinking about traditional teaching. Usually the teacher is an expert of the topic, and now we should be neutral, more facilitator, no an expert. And now next, the tip for the great facilitation is keep the focus on the task and time boundaries. This is one of the key roles of the facilitator, and he need to keep the focus on the group and on the task of the session, and on the time being spent on each exercise. Groups have a way of getting sidetracked, especially in discussion, and this can have a negative impact on the timekeeping unless you take firm control. What's more, you need to encourage participation. It is very important to ensure that everyone is participating. Some of us are more silent, some of us are very active. So if we need to know our participant and try to encourage them to be an active participant somehow. If you do not take such step, it's common to end up with a situation where the same, for example, 6 people do all the thinking and nobody else is contributed in the exercise. So this is a very common mistake to assume that people who are not talking have no ideas to share or do not want to talk. Maybe many of them has a lack of confidence. They don't feel like comfortable to talk, but for facilitator, it's very important to give the space to feel that for them to that can make a mistake. They can try to go through this difficult process for them and difficult experience in talking in front of the group. So facilitator might choose to invite participants from more silent, for example, girls, by using any of following methods. For example, inviting quieter members to share their views, making the group aware of these patterns of communication where only a few talk and the rest remain silent. So, and next thing, mistakes. They are very important during the whole process. We need to give the space for mistakes and show that they are a part of the plan, because if we are not making any mistakes, we will not have any feedback what to do with these mistakes. So very important tip. Reflection and the best way how to learn how to be a facilitator is to facilitate. So for example, after this training, please try to use this material as much as you can, because during all this process you will see how this AflaYouth program works. So please try to use it as much as you can. Next thing, be observant. So a good facilitator is able to pick up on a small gestures and some elements that can help to understand what the participant is feeling or thinking during the lesson or during the workshop. It is important to get a sense of what is really happening in people's minds, and it can be very difficult during online training, but if people let you see you somehow and themselves, please try to be focused what is going on during this process. Of course, it's good to be relaxed, but if you want to be relaxed, of course, you need to be prepared somehow, but you don't need to be an expert in every type of topic that you will find in this material. So, so it's very, sometimes it's difficult to relax, but if we are doing it more and more, it can be less stressful for us. What is very important to ask, don't tell. Facilitators use the art of questioning or asking, as you know, rather than telling, to encourage group members to come up with their own ideas. If the group is unable to come up with ideas, the facilitator will only throw out some suggestions to stimulate their ideas. So the facilitator understands that if the group comes with up with the idea themselves, they buy in and follow through, and they are increase their knowledge. What kind of tips from your side you would like to add here? Maybe more tips for effective facilitation. It comes to your mind something more? Okay, if not, we can go to the next step that we've got. As you said, feedback. Feedback is a very important element of the whole process, and this is information both positive and it can be negative, given in the discussion, or it can be written about the person's performance or task. So this type of element will be all in the whole AflaYouth program. So we need to try to exercise somehow how to give the feedback to our learners. And I would like to discuss a little bit the two things: formative assessment, first of all. So formative assessment, this is the process used by a teacher during the process, and in order to monitor students' learning, provide ongoing feedback that can be used by instructors to improve their teaching and by students to improve their teaching. So it can help students to identify the strengths and weaknesses, and help faculty recognize where students are struggling. So gathering information about students' performance to modify teaching and learning activities. So the formative assessments have three basic questions. What do you want your students to learn? First of all. Second of all, where are they now? And the third, how do you move their learning forward? So during every exercise, you will see each exercise will finished with this idea of asking and the formative assessment. You will have the chance to ask youth, where are they now, where they want to go, and how they need to move forward. So this is the very important element. Next element we would like to focus more is summative assessment. So the summative assessment is a process of evaluating and monitor students' progress and development during the learning process. It takes place during the lesson or some instructional activities, and provides this feedback that can be used to improve teaching and learning. And the key characteristic of the formative summative assessment are final evaluation. So for example, the aim of this element is to determine students' achievement based on specific standards, norms, or criteria, and it provides a final assessment that summarizes the overall level of students' achievement. The second thing is that summative assessment results are often used to decision-making purposes, such as promoting students to the next level of instruction, assigns grades, or determining course or exams if they pass or they failure. So summative assessment aim to provide feedback on students' achievement at the end and a specific learning period. It is crucial tool for measuring overall process and evaluating students' achievements based on established standard. Okay. So now we will try to do a small exercise, and you will go to the Aflatun platform, and I will show you where in a second. I will show you my screen. And we will do some.
Marta, we are seeing your PowerPoint now.
Yes. I'm trying to go to the platform. Okay. So try to go to the first day, orientation of Aflatun program and approach. Go to the exercise which is called element called feedback and formative assessment. Feedback and formative assessment. And you will find over here a puzzle, a Word document which is called Advantages of Formative Assessment Puzzles. When you will copy it on your computer, you will use 5 minutes to read it and match the item of the left column with the relevant item of the right column, so you can see how it look like. I will show you advantages. Can you see it in a few seconds? I will show you the document. It should. Okay. You will see the document. It should look like this. So please try to read the whole table and make it together, the left side and the right side, and try to find the right definition for every aspect of this table. So do you have any question where to find this document and what to do? Do you know what to do?
Еще раз повторите, где находится это?
Maybe you can share in the screen, Marta, for all of us to see.
Yes, I will share.
Marta, could you also please put this in specific link in the chat? That's what the participant was asking.
So we are going to Aflatun platform. Yes, today number 1. Exercise feedback and formative assessment. Okay, and here you will find a Word document, Advantages of formative assessment puzzle.
Puzzles. Okay, so you want them to fill this particular document.
Yes, and you can find it. Do we
I'll
have?
put it in the chat. No
Eh,
worries.
Okay, and it should be in Russian
As well.
language
It is.
as well. Yes.
Yes.
So you.
I put it in the chat. So all the
Okay.
participants can access it from the chat too.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Джамиля, я это поставила в чате, вы можете оттуда, по-моему, уже сразу зайти.
Да, я уже все нашла, скачал.
Okay.
Спасибо.
Okay, so please have a 5 minutes just to read and match all these definitions together. If you are ready, please give me a thumbs up just to know. Okay, thank you, Jolene. Okay, thank you, Svetlana. Thank you, Hayat. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Ebru. So just 1 minute more. Okay. Thank you, Jamila. Okay, so now I would like to discuss with you all about each puzzles. So first of all, to provide feedback for teachers so they can why?
Modify subsequent learning activities.
Yes, definitely. This formative assignment we are doing it to modify subsequent learning activities. Yes. Okay. To identify and address group
Or individual shortcomings.
Okay, or individual shortcomings. Yes, thank you. Thank you. What's more, to move the focus away from achieving grades and onto the learning process.
Positive and constructive.
Can you repeat, please?
Positive and constructive.
Maybe something different. Who has something different opinion? To move the focus away from achieving grades and onto the learning process.
The last one.
Can you read, Jolene?
So that students become more self-reliant and driven.
Yes, definitely. Yes, this is the right answer. Okay. To improve students' awareness
of how they learn.
Okay, great. Remember that all feedback should be
positive and constructive.
Positive and constructive. Yes, and this is all. Okay, great. That was a small puzzles for us, and now I wanted to think about metacognition. What do you think? What does it mean, metacognition? When we were thinking about feedbacks and assessments, what kind of ideas do you have when you are thinking metacognition? The very
Метасознание или метапознание?
Do you know the idea of it? Okay, if not, I can tell you something more about this definition, which is a very, very, very important element of the AflaYouth program too. So metacognition is the process of thinking about and reflecting on one's own cognitive process. We can say this is the way how we think about things. So it's very important to be to reflect on this type of idea. It involves being aware of understanding one's own thoughts knowledge and learning strategies, and it involves higher order thinking skills that enable individuals to monitor, to control and regulate their own thinking and learning. Some very important aspects of the metacognition should include self-awareness. So it involves being aware of your own thoughts, feelings, and knowledge. It includes recognizing what one knows and doesn't know, and as well as understanding one's strength and weaknesses in learning. So we are trying during the whole of the process of AflaYouth, learn our youth to be self-aware, how they learn, what is better for them. And we are learning to monitor their own process of thinking, of learning. This includes being able to assess one's comprehensions of information, evaluate effectiveness of learning strategies, and recognize when understanding is lacking. So this is very important to think during this process. Planning. Metacognition involves planning and setting goals for learning. It includes the ability to identify that need to be what is need to be learned, develop strategies, and to achieve learning goals, and create a plan for completing tasks efficiently. A metacognition involves reflection on your learning experience. This includes analyzing and evaluating the effectiveness of learning strategies, identifying areas for improvement, and making adjustments to the future learning. So, as you said on the beginning, feedback. We learn from feedback. In fact, it is the primary way we learn. Usually, this comes from making mistakes and errors, seeing how our efforts have fallen short or are misconstructed, then revising and trying again. But learning from feedback is not always easy, especially in the school. Students need to receive feedback first, then interpret it and reflect on what it means for them. And the most important, figure out what to do with it. So that's why we are talking about the metacognition process. This is complicated by the fact that every morning we greet a wonderfully diverse array of learners who often view the same feedback in surprisingly different ways. It's given that our students do not learn everything that we teach them. This is way the feedback is provided through assessment in one of the most important elements of effective teaching. That's why I think the role of the facilitator during this AflaYouth program is mostly coaching process. The facilitators ask a lot of questions, and you will see that every exercise has a lot of questions that we need to ask our students, and they sometimes need to go back to their homes and put to the on the table or somewhere they have I don't know the notebook, and they need to answer all these questions just to reflect about the process, how they learn, what do they learn, what they need to improve. This is the whole idea of the of this process. Okay. In the next exercise, I would like to, of course, go back to our platform where you can find all the materials that we need to have during our exercise. So I will share my screen and show you what to do now. On the day number 1, we will create 4 groups, and each group will read one session from the book that we have on the platform. When you will go to the day number 1 to element assignment, you will see the titles of the sessions for every group. So first group will read the session 1.3, building confidence and resilience. Group number 2 will read session 1.4, critical thinking and overcoming obstacles. Group number 3 will read session 2.7, digital finance. Group number 4 will read session 2.8. Of course, I will write you on the chat all the groups that we've got, and we would like to divide you in this 4 group. And please go to this platform, and each group will read the sessions. And on the chat, I will send some questions that you should consider during reading. So what the first question will be: what is the session about? What is the objective and outcome of this session? Which active learning methods are used in the session? What are the challenges if it's implemented in your own context? And think of creative ways using active learning method to present all the topics that you've had on your book. So I will write everything, every question on the chat, and I will write on the chat the division for the groups, so you can see in which group you will be, and you will read what kind of session. And we will have 20 minutes, so a little bit more than before, to read the session and try to answer all these questions that I've put on the chat. So I will try to go to each group and write all these questions one more time. Do you have any questions? Okay, if not,
excuse me, how we can find the book, for example, for group 1 session 1.3?
Yes, of course.
I can share,
I
Marta?
can share. Yes,
Okay.
yes. I can share the screen. Oh, yes.
Okay, so if you go to this part here,
Mhm.
assignment, you will, those are the groups and which group what they have, and then you can go and download the book number 1, or if you scroll down, you will find the same book in Russian language. So you just go and find this, for example, if you are the group number 1, session 1.3. So I think it's now more clear.
Yes, thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. Okay, thank you. Do you have more questions? Okay, if not, we will create the groups. Oh, I can see that someone is missing. So I will put you to this groups. Okay. Okay, so you will have 20 minutes to do that, and later on each group will present their work. So see you in 20 minutes.
Could you stop recording? Maybe.
Yes, I'm going to progress. All right.
So did you finish, Celine and Jolene? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Neda too. Okay, great.
Lorena, are you in San Francisco or only are?
I'm not, unfortunately. Otherwise, you see my messy house. So I thought, let me put a.
But the picture is excellent. So
It is still night in San Francisco.
yeah, probably yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. Thank you that you get to work a bit and now you decided to come back. Okay, so today we have the session till 12:30, so we are on time. So okay, so we can try to start with a small presentation about your work. So which group would like to start and try to answer all these questions that we have on the chat? So who would like to start? Which group? I will give you the floor to present.
Девочки, 4-я группа, может, начнете презентовать? Вы же готовы?
Yes, please. Fourth group, they are ready.
Yeah, fourth group want to start.
Okay. Yes, please, Svetlana.
Okay, Nilufar, I'm going to stop the interpretation now, all right?
У нас готова Абхазия, и она сейчас будет презентовать все, что наработано 4-й группой.
Значит, нам выпала такая тема. Значит, и мы отвечаем, значит, по вопросам. Так, сейчас, минуточку, одну я... Чат мне нужен. Вопросы. Итак, чему посвящена наша сессия? Нет, я... Подождите. Так. Да. Вот это. Угу. Значит, ну, у нас тема цифровые финансы и кому это выгодно. Это главное, что такое довести до учащихся, что такое цифровые финансы и какие 5 категорий получают от этого выгоду. Это наша цель.
Uh-oh. I think they have a problem with the connection.
Цифровые
Okay, they're back.
финансы могут принести выгоду и увидеть в этом потенциальную выгоду. И вторая цель финансы – это выгодение для всех, для банков, клиентов и государства. Вот это главные цели занятия. Будем применять на данном занятии. Здесь предложены.
Oh,
I think
there's a problem with the connection.
Yes, we have some problem with internet connection.
Medea?
Теперь вас слышно.
Yeah. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Нилуфар, мне откуда продолжать от методов, да?
Да, методы активного обучения, да.
Значит, ну, мы будем применять те методы, которые здесь представлены в этом разделе. Они нам понравились. Это карточки для бегущего диктанта, набор карточек, кому выгодно. То есть здесь мы детей разобьем по группам, дадим им каждому свое задание, и методом пазлов они будут определять вместе в группе правильные варианты, потом презентовать их. Следующее у нас тут, значит, поэма «Дерево» будет, где опять же будет рассматриваться тема, что такое цифровые финансы. Мы, значит, разобьем и методом того, что одно слово, потом два, три слова, которые будут описывать то, как они это понимают, мы до них доведем это понятие. И в конце концов участники этого тренинга будут понимать, что выгоду от цифровых финансов будут получать частные лица, женщины, микро, малые и средние предприятия, поставщики финансовых услуг и государство. То есть мы детально это все разберем. Ну, а какие мы интерактивные методы, да, будем применять? Мы считаем, что это зависит от того, куда мы пойдем, с какой мы группой будем работать. Значит, если это центр, то там будут немножко другие методы. Если это село, то там будут другие, да, методы. Там мы должны будем готовы к разным вызовам. И, может, у нас не будет интернета, света или еще что-то. Мы должны будем вести с собой готовый материал визуальный, чтобы показать это участникам, чтобы им интересно было на нашем тренинге. Вот что еще мы говорили, чтобы я ничего не забыла. Ну вот как-то так. Будем ориентироваться на группу, на их базовый уровень, и, соответственно, этому будем готовы к тренингу. Если я что-то упустила, подскажите, пожалуйста. Все, спасибо большое.
Я быстренько тогда переведу. So I'm quickly going to go through the translation. So their part was about digital finance, who benefits from it, and the aim of this session is to go deeply into the 5 categories of the parties that benefit from this digital finance, including banks, governments, and so on. The active learning methods that they would use are the ones that are given in the session, that they really liked them, including the running dictation, also the puzzle cards that they would divide the kids into groups and then let them present their results. Also, they would use the method of poem tree to introduce into the concept of digital finance, and depending on their associations, explain them the concept. And at the end, the kids would understand that the benefit from digital finance are gaining the private industries, women, small and medium enterprises, institutions that give financial services, and the government. Also, the last question about what other active learning methodologies they would use. It depends on where they go to present, where they go to deliver this session, because if it's in the city center, it's different. If it's a rural area, you need to use different approaches, and they would be ready for different challenges because there could be internet connection problem, there could be no electricity, so they would have to take all the materials with themselves. So overall, they would try to orient themselves on the group that they are presenting, so on their target group, and depending on their basic level of knowledge, they would try to adjust the training accordingly. That's it from group 4.
Thank you very much for your work. Which group would like to present now? Thank you.
Can group 2, if you want.
Yes, please.
Okay, we were a group with me and Shadi. And our topic was critical thinking and overcoming obstacles. So basically our active learning method were image theater, which is so fun. We found it so fun and enjoyable for the participants' perspective. So the thing is, the main goal with the image theater is it contains group work and also role play. we are giving some the game suggested scenes to call out to the participants, like let's say if there are different numbers, let's say 2, 1, 3, and they will as a warming up session, they will try to not speaking, not doing anything else, just rolling different cases. It can be a band, it can be a wedding, it can be a mother and child or father and child, etc. After this warming session to teach them how to do the role playing, we are giving some different ideas about, let's say, image something that makes us sad or makes us happy. So they are not talking, but only doing the different groups are doing different roles without talking or doing anything. And the participants are trying to understand what are they doing and what are their obstacles. So they are thinking in a way and making a discussion about the scene, what they did. And it's a good, there is a good little story about this as well. There's a king putting some big rock to the road and seeing what other people are doing, and let's say, the merchandisers or the people either following the continuing the road, nothing doing with the rock, or just saying mean and rude words to the king. Why they don't remove this rock from here, etc. And there is a peasant one day seeing the rock and working a lot and moving the rock, and then see there's a prize, there's a gold coins under in it. So it shows us we can have some difficulties, we can see some obstacles when we run a project or when we study something. But if we think about it and if we try to move and force ourselves to find a solution, there can be a good opportunity, or there can be a prize for us. So this was the main goal of this session, in our opinion. And when we think about what can be the challenges, so we thought it can be, for example, since it contains a role play, some participants can be more shy than the others. So maybe they don't, express themselves in a motivated way. It can be a challenge. And sometimes if we work with the older age groups, let's say 24, 23, 24, they might be participate. They can be more funny, and maybe they don't want to be a participate in a good way, motivated way. These can be challenges. And as the last question, when we think of the creative ways using active learning methods to present the topics, we decided it's already an active learning method. It's already a creative way. But I don't know, maybe we can add more steps like the clothes, since it's a theater in a way. Maybe it can be something like that. Or maybe we can make a bit harder, change the language. It can be also an idea, but overall, this is a good way to, show them how to express their feelings or how to be a participate.
Thank you for the presentation. Great information we've heard about this session. Okay, so maybe we can have 2 more presentations if we will be very fast. So which group would like to share with us their work?
We can go.
Okay, thank you, Jolene.
Yeah, the rest can help me if they want, but what were the questions? First one, the session is about digital finance. The objective is to learn the benefits of digital finance, and then on 5 topics. The outcome of the session is that they are able to talk about these topics and share with each other about it and understand the benefits of digital finance. Which active learning methods were used? A lot of group work. Teaching each other about the different topics, discussions, a quiz, and like a personal reflection through the KWL framework. And the challenges, we talked a bit about it, what it could mean in Turkey, for example, what it could mean in the Netherlands. We said that it could be a challenge if you have, for example, a handicap or you're disabled or you don't have the resources to do this whole digital finance thing or get the account. And maybe in the Netherlands, I think that kids learn on an early age already about digital finance. They get a credit card early, not a credit card, but a bank card early on. So maybe it's already a bit familiar for them when they're like 18 and getting this information. I think that was it.
Thank you, Jolene. Thank you, Jolene, for the presentation. And the last group who would like to present?
Well, I like to present for
Thank you,
one.
Okay, thank you.
Our session was about how to build self-confidence. And the objective is to explore issues of confidence. And the active learning methods that were used was imagination. So they need to imagine, if the inner power was a person, how does it look like? And then look at their own inner power, how does it look like? And then think about the similarities and the differences in that. And then later on, there was some group work about, they need to think about their positive and negative thoughts. And then the last one was take a stand to reflect. So they also need to think about their own situations, challenging situation, and how they act, what their feelings and thoughts are, etc. And actually, it's about how to break the cycle of self-sabotage. Yeah. And then need to think about what kind of behavior will help you to think in a positive way and how you can learn from a challenging situation. So that's it.
Okay, thank you, Laura. Great. So as you can see, on the first day, we had the chance to look a little bit on the book because there are 4 books for this program. So on the next days, we would like to share with you more information about each group. So thank you very much that you dive into each topic. And on the next session, next days we will dive into next books, number 2, 3, and 4, and tomorrow we will work a little bit deeper in this book number 1, because it's very, very important, because every participant will go with this book on the process. So this is very important to understand how it works, just to go to the different paths. Thank you very much that you've did a huge work today. You've worked very hard in every group and during the session which we had all this discussion. I wanted just to add that today it's not the only day that we are finishing at 12:30. On Friday, we will finish at 12:32. But as you can remember, tomorrow we should end at 12. So because of this technical issues and for the last day, we need to reserve a little bit more time as today. So for tomorrow, we will have the meeting from 9 till 12. So please be 10 minutes before 9. And what is more important, what is very important to us, if you would like to have the certification after this workshop, you need to complete and finish the exercises which are on the platform in 100%. And you can be a participant on the 5 day of training or 4 day of training. So we can understand that sometimes it's very difficult to spend 5 days during this workshop. So if you need to leave for 1 day because of the, I don't know, some kind of issues that you've got, so don't be afraid. We will give you the certificate after that. So what's more, Luan, do I need to add?
Just to mention that tomorrow we will go and work very much on the platform, and we need to be connected to the platform. So if you have any difficulties in connection to the platform, please stay now with us after we finish the official part of the training, and we will try to help you to connect. And that is all for today. Thank you for being with us today. If you have any question, if you need something explanation, just write to us or call us or send a message or whatever you think is more appropriate, and me and Marta will try to answer. And I know that the first day it is a very hard day for all of us because everything is like a mess up. So maybe from tomorrow will be more relaxed, and we will have more time to go deeper into other activities. So thank you for today. If you have any question now, you can stay. For others, you can leave, and see you tomorrow, several minutes before 9.
Let me also quickly say thank you to the participants. You guys were awesome today. 3.5 hours nonstop. Good for you. So I know that at least one participant had an issue with the platform. Please stay, and I'll try to help you to see what is the problem there with the room. Others, just let us know. Our amazing trainers, Marta, Luan, thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you to Nilüfer for being with us and helping us with the translation. She's doing the wonderful job, and we are not seeing her much in the activities, but yeah, thank you,
Yes.
Nilüfer.
Nilüfer
Okay.
is our life savior here. Okay.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
See you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, I've ended the translation as well. До свидания, Jamila. Спасибо.
And
Nilüfer.
recording you can stop probably.
Exactly.